All right, we got Dylan Deichman versus RUDRANIL DUTTA. I'm not familiar with his opponent. Obviously, Dylan Deichman is my son. They're playing at the Midway. All right, we got Dylan Deichman. This should be a good match. This is a 5:30 and under tournament. Race to 6, 10 ball. I'm gonna assume it's alternate break. All right, now he does not have the 2 and the 3 on the corner of the rack. I don't know if that is something he's supposed to do in this tournament or not. I have found that that seems to vary between tournaments. All right, and it looks like RUDRANIL, and I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, is breaking. You got the first break, and here we go. Break it from the center of the table. I like that. That is the way to go, in my opinion. I think the 8-ball break and the 10-ball break work best from the center of the table, in my opinion. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nothing dropped on the break, and he left Dylan a shot at the 1 ball. I think that he's going to need to put some bottom left on this 1 ball and run into the 2-8. If he doesn't, I'm afraid that the cue ball goes and basically hits that purple 4 and leaves him nothing. But we'll see what he decides to do. Thanks for joining us here on EvoSports. This stream is sponsored by Top Notch Home Inspection and Chris Nordling's Fishing Guide Services. Okay, so I was incorrect. He was able to hold the cue ball to get shape on the 2. Unfortunately, he missed the 1 ball. All right, I think this 1 ball does cut. Difficult cut though, that's for sure. Yeah, I like that move. He's just playing safe. I think he got safe. Rod, RUDRANIL. RUDRANIL. All right. I just Googled how to pronounce his name. Actually, my wife did. Thank you, wife. RUDRANIL. All right. Dylan played a good save. All right. Sorry, guys, about that. I'm trying to share this this match. All right. Dylan does not have anything great on this 1 ball. I think the best he can say is that he can hit it. Okay, he is looking at a 110 combo. And I can respect that shot. You might as well, especially at this Fargo level, meaning that at this Fargo, if he misses it, the odds of his opponent running out aren't as high as if he was playing Fedor Gorst or something. You might as well, ouch, try for it. Here's the negative: is the miss resulted in ball in hand, and now RUDRANIL has a chance to make the 110 combo in the side, which again, same thing I said for Dylan. This is the right shot. If he misses, the odds of his opponent running out are not huge. Not that he can't do it, but he might as well go for the shot. That's what I'm getting at. No offense to anyone. All right, and Dylan just messaged me, and he goes by Neil. So we're gonna stick with that. I like Neil's odds here of the 110 combo, and it's a smart shot. Well done. I like how he's aiming here. Yeah, that was a great shot. Well done. I liked everything he did about that. He was careful. He didn't go too fast, and the payoff was he pocketed the ball. All right, I like where he's breaking from. Middle of the table makes sense. Made a ball. No shape on the one. That's unfortunate. Nice hit. Didn't work out. It didn't leave him much other than a bank on the one. I think the one goes. Yeah. I like the way Neil shoots. Yeah, Neil plays good. I can tell already, just from watching a little bit of his game at this early on. He plays good. Dylan's gonna have to play good to beat this guy. I don't know what his Fargo is. Yep, as I said, this guy plays good. Oh, I think he's. I can't tell color wise. I'm sorry to say. I think he's on the 4 ball, but he must not be. Yeah, I'm sorry, folks. I can't quite tell what ball. He's on. Is the yellow ball in the mid table? Looks yellow to me. Oh, okay. All right. He was. Yeah, I don't know. The ball that looks orange to me must be the 3 ball. All right. Dylan's got ball in hand now. On the 3 ball. The 4 is by the pocket. He's got good odds of running out. The 6 ball is going to be his difficulty. All right. I like how he came around on the 4 ball. I'm getting from the 4 to the 5. I hate to say anything's easy, but I like the odds of it. It is, again, I know I said it already, but it's getting back to the 6 that is going to be the issue. Oh, interesting. That's an interesting way to go. I can respect that. Putting the 5 in the side and then floating down for the 6 kind of solves the problem of how to get on the 6 ball. Yeah, I like his decision making on that. If this is me shooting, what I'm thinking to myself is if I can get shape on the 6, I'm out. That often helps me settle in a little bit and focus on what needs to be focused on. Uh, he definitely wanted to roll down another 8 inches. This is a very makeable shot. It does scratch in the top right-hand corner pocket. I would put extra English on this to avoid the scratch. And then, yeah, now you're kind of crossing your fingers to get shape on the 7. Yeah, darn it. All right. He may have pulled the trigger a little quickly on that too. I think I'd prefer to see him. Well, no, looking at the replay, he didn't pull the trigger too quick. Looking at the replay, I take that back. When I say replay, I have this on at my TV at my house, and it is a little delayed. So when I say replay, it's not really replay. It's old man replay. My TV lags. All right, so he's trying Neil is trying the 6-7 combo, and I like that shot. I don't know what would be any better. Interesting. He's lining it up with his finger. Definitely one way to do it. I would say that's something that works for him. That's not something I do, but I can tell already, like I said, this guy plays pretty good. So if that works for him, it works for him. Boy, I like how he takes his time on these shots. He is not rushing. Also not taking too much time. Yeah, Neil, I like your game. I know that didn't work out, but I mean, that's still, when you are doing your fundamentals correctly and it doesn't go right, man, at least you were doing your fundamentals correctly. Seriously, it's big. You did everything you could do to make the shot and do it correctly. If it doesn't work out from there, at least you know you tried your hardest. All right, so I like this setup. Oh, that rolled too far. He wanted to be an inch off the rail. The problem now is he's going to stay on the rail after he makes a 7, and that's a problem. Dead straight is death. Dead straight in pool is no good. Your mind wants you to get dead straight, but you really don't. All right, that is good. I'm glad that the cue ball rolled off the rail a little bit there. All right, now this is a good shot to practice if you have a table at home. Or when you go practice, this is a good scenario to practice. That 10 ball is often right where it is. If you look at it, that's where it was in the rack when he broke and it stayed dead still, which often happens. So practicing getting shape on the 10 ball there is big. All right, he hit the point, but everything else about his leave was perfect. That was a great speed. Had he not hit the point, he would be dead straight on this 10 ball. And he's looking good on this too. Don't get me wrong. I'm not criticizing that. Just, he hit the point. He's still sitting good, and his speed was great. I like his odds here. There's a chance to make it 1-1, race to 6. Good job. Well done. Yeah, missing that shot, the difference between 2-0 and 1-1 is gigantic. I liked how he took his time. I liked that he went over there and sized up the shot, got the angle perfect before he shot. Just like Neil, he's taking his time and being careful. All right, alternate break. Neil's breaking. Let's see if he puts the 2-3 on the corners. No. I'm going to assume that is not required at this tournament. And if it is required and he's not doing it, Neil's not putting a move on him or anything. He just doesn't know that's the rule. All right, he's changed his cue ball position a little bit. I definitely prefer more dead straight, but that's all right. Everybody does their thing. He may be changing it too because he didn't pocket a ball on his first break. So he may just be being intelligent and moving the cue ball a little bit. And I got to say, it worked. He made a couple balls 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, he made 2 balls. So good job, Neil. Way to adjust. The only shot I see on this 2 ball is to bank it. And I don't see a great safe. If it's me, I'm probably banking it. Mainly because I don't see a good safety. If I saw a killer safety, I'd do that instead, but I don't. Yeah, I like how Neil takes his time. He is not rushing through this. He's not slow either, but he's taking his time. All right, Dylan's got Neil hooked on the 2 ball. All right, so he's kicking into the 2 ball. Nice hit. And he got relatively safe, I got to say. I'm not sure what he's trying to do. Okay, interesting. I would prefer to slow roll, cut it to the 5 ball, and put the cue ball behind the 8, but that may have been a tall order. Uh, that's a lot to ask, possibly. All right, 1-1, race to 6, Midway. This stream was brought to you by Top Notch Home Inspection and Chris Nordling's Fishing Guide Service. Both those guys are friends of mine and really good guys. He is cutting the 2 ball to the corner, which should leave him pretty decent shape on the 4 ball. If you use some left-hand English. Okay, so again, on my monitor, that 5 ball, the 3 ball looks like the 5 ball, so I apologize. That ball just looks pretty orange to me. So it is the 3 ball. All right, and the 4 is gotta be a 4-9 combo, so, he's got his work cut out for him on this next shot. It's not crazy difficult, but, anytime you're doing a combo, 1, it's a little difficult, especially that 9's a little off center on the pocket. Also, shape is in question. You make that 4-9 combo, you don't really know where the 4 is gonna go. So this is a little bit of a crapshoot what we're about to see here. And it's a big shot. Every shot's big in a race to 6. It'll get away from me quick. Good shot. And this is the shape part I was talking about. Yeah, and this is difficult. What to do from here, I don't care what skill level you are, nobody likes this shot. It's just tough to know what to do. Maybe back bank it a little bit to get it on that top long rail, bring the cue ball around 1, 2 rails and have it land basically exactly where it's at now for a hook. I think that's his best bet. So basically hit on the left side of the 4, banking it up on the rail, not next to the 6 ball, but I hope you understand what I'm saying. So it's on the rail of the long rail and bringing the cue ball around 2 rails. Tough shot, but I do believe it's his best option. Okay, so he went for the bank, and it did not pay off. All right, now again, for my mental little tricks to make things possible, I just feel like if I make this 4 ball, I'm out. He's on the rail. He's dead straight on the 4. I'm not trying to paint this as a difficult shot. I'm just saying that for me, my little mental trick to make help myself get over the hump. If I make this 4, I'm out. And that's what Dylan should probably be thinking to himself. Just don't bobble this 4 ball. A little hard. But again, it's okay. Just leave the cue ball basically where the 6 is right now. Maybe a little more middle table. If I could make the 6 and draw it back 4 inches or go forward and bring it back 4 inches. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I like that. Again, it goes back to what I was saying. If I can pocket the 4, I'm out because it's just hard to go wrong from there. Yeah, and he just wants to use center top on the cue ball here, make the 8, go to the right hand short rail and bounce back up. Oh, brutal. Ouch. So I'm watching the replay now, trying to see, did he kind of stand up on that 8 ball? No, he stayed down. No, he did everything right. He just missed it. Watching the replay, he did everything right. Uh, yeah, just aim was maybe a little bit off. And those are things to practice at home. There should be shots that you make 10 out of 10 times. That was a shot that you'd want to make 10 out of 10 times. That you shouldn't kind of ever miss that. So, just an example of needing to practice. All right, so he did. Neil had a great attempt on this 8 ball. He did everything he could do. Maybe a tiny bit more English would have helped, left-hand English. But he made a solid attempt. There just wasn't much more to do. On this one, I would like to see Dylan go rail first with a bunch of left and come around. Oh, that was a little soft. Oh, no, I was wrong. Excuse me. That was not a little soft. That was perfect. All right, again, this is a 10 out of 10 shot. And if you just missed a 10 out of 10 shot, boy, you really want to focus, which is what he's doing right here. You should make that 8 ball a learning experience of you cannot be missing those. Good job. All right, 2-0. No, that's not right. 2-1. Race to 6. Dylan's up on Neil. Both these guys are playing great. It's been a great match. I would say both these guys are on the come up, meaning their Fargos are probably going to keep rising steadily if they keep playing. Very impressed with Neil's game, and also very impressed with Dylan's game. I don't know Neil, but I know Dylan practices a lot. He tries to get into these tournaments, puts himself out there, and that's why he's on the come up. He's putting effort in. For those of you out there, no offense, but if you only play league and that's all you're doing, you're gonna stagnate. Gotta play pool. Gotta play pool to get better at pool. All right, so you notice Dylan is putting the 2 and the 3 on the corners. Oh, great break. Oh, that was a wonderful 10-ball break. Boy, he made a lot of balls. Well done. I think he's hooked on the 1 ball. If you notice that 10-ball position, that's what I was talking about a few games ago. Often your shape on the 10-ball is going to be based on trying to get shape on a ball sitting right where the 10 is. Something to keep in mind when you're practicing. All right, now I'm going to assume he's jumping because why wouldn't you? And I'm going to assume, I hate to keep talking about it, but I'm going to assume that orange looking ball is actually the 3. So if he makes this 1, he's probably got shape on the 3 ball. Yeah, that was a tough one. Yeah. So he did not get over the 10-ball. And that's a problem, I got to say. You want to be really proficient with your jump cue. If you're not, you need to practice more or possibly switch jump cues. Those are important shots. You cannot afford to not be getting over. That's one thing to get over the ball and not hit it, or get over the ball and fly off the table. But step one is you got to get over that ball, and if you're not, you got to figure out what's going on and make a change. All right, I didn't see him move the cue ball. He must like it there, or I missed it. But I guess that makes sense. Yeah, he's on that 3-ball perfect. Boy, top left from here gets him right to the bottom long rail for shape on the 4. Good shot. Nice shot. Nice shot. No, I think he can take the 7 either pocket, depending on what he likes. This is a big shot. If he can make the shot and get shape on the 8, he's out. But it is a difficult shot. Well done. Great shot, Neil. Well done. You got a little unlucky. You're a little tree topped on this 10 ball. That was a great shot on the 7, man. Well done. I'm impressed. Yeah, this is difficult. Boy, being tree topped is difficult. Oh, wonderful shot. Boy, what a great shot. Well done. He should be really proud of that shot. That shot is very difficult. Oh, great shot again. Boy, those were 2 good shots. That 9 ball was strong, man. Well done. This will take the score to 2-2. These are big games, man. These guys should both be proud of how they're playing so far. Well done. Yeah, very impressed. Yeah, great match so far. Anyone in the chat? Hello, hello. Oh, Jeff Hayes is in the chat and he says, "You don't sound the best, Mike. Get well." He thinks I'm sick. Nah, man. It's just listen. This is. I know it's not early to other people. It's kind of early to me. 1:26. I haven't been up for a long time. I'm gonna be honest with you. Achoo! Joe Stone watching. What's up? James Mosier. What's up, James? Thanks for checking out the stream, guys. I appreciate it. All right, I am back. My tablet died. All right, I am back. My tablet died. They had some controversy there. I saw Dylan filming a shot of himself to see if it was good or bad. You don't see a lot. That's all right. This may be one worth filming too. They're not, and that's okay. All right. Choo choo. This is a controversial rack. If I know Dylan's thinking about the 3-rail or a 3-felon, we'll see. Yeah, he definitely has an opportunity to 3-foul here. Yeah, it did not work out. I think he might have been better off making the 3 just because he could get shape on the 4. Although I can understand his concern. That 5 ball looks tough. So I can understand why he made the choice he made. Neil trying to figure out what to do next here. I think probably carry him off the 3 into the 6 ball. And yeah, that looks like what he's trying to do. That makes sense. He did not end up with much of a shot, though, unfortunately. Again, this stream was brought to you by Top Notch Home Inspection, which I have used, and they are legit. They do a great job. A friend of mine owns that, Jeff Hayes, and Chris Nordling's. I gotta wait till the Chris Nordling's fishing guide service. 2 friends of mine do a great job. All right, good shot on the 3 ball. Oh, what a wonderful save. Neil, that was a great shot, man. Well done. Seriously. Yeah, 2-2, that was a big shot, man. Seriously. In a race 6, everything's a big shot. You guys are tied up right now. I would consider this to be a run out rack, a run out a ball rack. So getting the hook is big, man. I do believe Dylan can make the 4 ball. I believe this is a 1-run kick. Pocketing the 4. So we'll see. God, I wonder if I'm misunderstanding what balls are which, though. No, I guess he's trying to hit the 3 ball, not the 4. And so, excuse me, I am incorrect. That makes this much more difficult because the 10 is in the way. Yeah, I don't even know what to advise doing at this point, to be honest with you. Dylan is in a pickle. Oh, I think he got the hit. Well done. Great shot. Now, it didn't pay off big because the 3's sitting in front of the pocket, but that was still a great shot. Yeah, well done, Dylan. Great hit. And that's all you can do. You hit the ball. Now you go sit down and cross your fingers. All right. Neil wants to draw this cue ball back for the 5. He almost would want to be a little straighter on this 4 ball. It's still doable. Nice, that works. Works for making the 5. For getting shape on the 7, this angle's tough. this is where you want to practice shooting shots like this with kind of extreme English. Because if he puts extreme right-hand English on the shot, it'll get him shape on the 7. But that English changes the aiming point on the 5 ball. And that's why I say you want to practice these shots. With extreme right, it will spin off of the rail towards the 7 ball. Yeah, and again, like I said, it changed the aiming point. All right. Now, if I'm Dylan, I'm thinking if I can make the 7 and get shape on the 8, I'm out. I want to get close to the 7, and I do not want to be dead straight on the 7. I would like to get the cue ball up towards the side pocket and be 4 inches off the rail, 3 inches off the rail, so that I can make the 7 and bounce that cue ball over to get good shape on the 8 ball. Being dead straight on the 7 is going to be a problem. That'll work. I would want to be 12 inches closer to the 7 ball. I'd rather be closer than far away. The problem with this shot right now is it rattles sometimes. You're trying to bounce it so much to get on the 8th that it rattles. That was a great shot. All right, now if he can use top right, make the 8 and come around on the bottom rail and the top long rail and come out for the 9 ball, he's doing perfect. This is the big series of balls right here. This will be a big run for him. If he can make these next 3 balls, it's 3-2. Again, I know I keep talking about practice, but practice is important. This would be a scenario that if you have a table at home, you should set this scenario up and you should be running this out, 8, 9, 10 out of 10 times. All right, I got to say that's 2 shots Dylan's missed. This should be 10 out of 10 shots. You really shouldn't ever miss that 8 ball. It's a problem. He got fortunate in how he left him. Oh, good shot by Neil. Well done, Neil. Yeah, I would say he was not trying to bank that. He was trying to leave that 8 ball right where he left it. It was a little chancy on the scratch, but other than that, I like what he did. Yeah, that was great decision making on Neil's point right there, on Neil's part. All right, Dylan jumping at this one. Good, he got over that time. That's wonderful. Well done. He left, so this kind of goes both ways. He left him dead straight, but this can be a difficult shot. Um, I say, but I've seen Neil shoot enough to where I think Neil's got good odds on pocketing the same ball. I like his game. I love what he's doing right now. Uh, Check an angle. You're just giving your mind information when you do that. Your mind is like a computer and it needs information to make decisions. Giving it the information that he just gave it is huge. Yeah, good shot, Neil. Well done. So bottom left-hand English on this 9 ball and getting dead straight shape on the 10 to the bottom left-hand corner pocket is really what he wants to do here. Well, could be better, could be worse. I would say, bless me, Neil got fortunate on how that nine ball ended up. This is a makeable cut for Neil, but I'm not saying it's easy. That's for sure. And he's got to let that cue ball loose and just kind of hope that he ends up with shape on the 10 ball. We'll see how this goes. Okay. Oh my gosh. Well, again, Neil got fortunate with how that ended up. I assume he was trying to one rail bank it. Yeah, he was trying to one rail bank it. From watching the replay, he was trying to bank it. Oh boy, this is tough. Dylan can super duper thin cut this 9 ball and send the cue ball back up table for a safety. He can bank it to the middle of the top long rail for trying to make a safety, almost using the 10 ball. Oh, and Jeff Hayes says, Mike D, you're getting sick. Well, thanks, Jeff. I appreciate it, bro. Good information. Jeff Hayes, I love you, dude. You're good people. All right. Dylan left Neil tough. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'd almost have to be there at the table. I want to say this is a bank, but it might not be bankable. I got to be honest with you. Bottom left hand English and really popping it would shorten up the angle here. But even then, I'm not sure that it's bankable. Uh, yeah, it may cut in the side, but I hate that shot. Yeah, we'll see what he ends up. Boy, this is a big game. 2-2. Oh, great shot, Neil. Oh, that was a tough shot, you guys. Seriously. Especially under pressure on the stream in a tournament. Nobody likes that shot. Neil, that was a great shot, man. All right. This 10 ball's tough. I don't care who you are. I know it doesn't present as a super duper hard shot, but man, this is tough. This is easy to barely miss it and leave your opponent straight in. This is where rotation is tough. You know, nothing else matters except making this 10 right now. Good shot, Neil. Well done. Good stroke. I love how each player is taking their time on these. Well done. Not to be negative, but I do think it's important for Dylan later on watching this match to understand that missing that 8 ball that should be a shot that he makes 10 out of 10 times uh, is the reason they played all those other safeties, all those other missed the 9, got fortunate. All that stemmed from missing a shot that you should really make 10 out of 10 times. Again, not to be negative, but part of watching these streams later is for a learning experience. And on that rack, that's what he should learn. What the takeaway from that is the shots I need to make 10 out of 10 times, 20 out of 20 times, I got to make them. Okay, so that looked like a miscue on the break. And, I'm familiar with rules. I'm pretty good at rules, but I got to tell you, I'm not sure what the rules on that. Uh, he hit the 1 ball, and the cue ball got a rail. I'm pretty sure some balls in that rack have got to get a rail for it to be legal, but then again, I mean, he hit the one ball first. Yeah, listen. I don't know what the rule is on that. I'm just going to tell you straight up. Yeah, if it's me, I'm going to the tournament director and I'm asking for clarification. And if I'm the tournament director, oh, I'm wishing that had never happened because I don't know. Uh, I think when it comes down to it, 8 ball is the only thing that requires a certain number of balls hitting the rail. In rotation, I think legal involves hitting the head ball first, and he did. Okay, so they have decided that is ball in hand. Yeah, I don't know. In this case, I go with whatever the tournament director says. Right or wrong, we can look at that later. But in the moment, whatever that tournament director decides is the rule you're going by. And Neil understands the assignment. Well done. Neil understands that means he goes for the 3 foul, which is dead true. I think Dylan's got to go up table and back and run into the one, or he could go short rail into it. Oh, this is smart too, though. That's smart too. Break them all up so that he can't easily get you on the 3 foul again, and that worked really well. What you want when you do that is the one to be sitting out by itself so that it's a difficult job to 3 foul you again, and that's exactly what happened. Well done, Dylan. That was smart. Now we'll see what Neil decides to do here. I believe that Neil is trying to figure out how to 3 foul him again. Or not 3 foul him again. Get ball in hand one last time to put him on 3. And I don't have a ton of opinions about that. Because the 7 and the 6 are a little funny, I can't say that he should be trying to run out. The 5's a little funny, or that's probably the 3 ball. Yeah, I don't hate what he's doing. Did not work out, but I respect the effort. All right. Oh, good shot, Dylan. Well done. He made the 1. He's on the 2. All right. Missed the 2. I don't think he was trying for the hook. Oh, he was. Dylan was trying for the hook. Dylan was trying to bank that 2 ball underneath the 3-5. And I like that move. That just indicates he didn't like his shape on the next ball. All right, Neil, cutting the 2 ball in. Okay, Neil was playing a safety. I like these guys are making great decisions. Both of them should be really proud of their decision making. Slow roll into the 2 ball. I like it. Yeah, that was a good shot, Dylan. Neil is probably going to try and bank it underneath this 3-5 again for another safe. These guys are playing some high level rotation. I got to tell you, great decision making on both these guys' part. If these guys lived close together, I would suggest that they practice together. These guys should be playing $2 game, 9 ball or 10 ball once a week. Both play smart. Both take their time, but neither one's slow. Oh, good try, Dylan. Yeah. When you find an opponent like this, guys, if you're watching this and there's any way, shape, or form to get together with them 2 to 4 times a month and play some $2 a game 10 ball or race to 7 for $10, something like that, you should do it. Playing somebody your speed is how you get better. It just is. Playing somebody way worse than you or way better than you, it really big picture doesn't do you much good. Yeah, find somebody about your level and try to match up with them as often as possible, and don't gamble huge. There's no reason to gamble huge. Play some races to 7 for $10. Play some $2 a game. That's how you get better, in my opinion. All right, this 2 ball I think goes off of the 5. I think it's a 5 into either one of these corner pockets. Okay, that's a smart shot. I call that a version of the APA safe, and I don't hate it. Yeah, that was a good shot. All right, Neil trying to figure out what to do from here. Which is the purpose of a good APA safe. Leaves it kind of awkward. I think he's kicking this 2 ball back into the bottom right hand corner pocket. All right, did not work out. All right, this is an opportunity for Dylan to run the rack here. Getting on the shape on the 3 ball is going to be a little touchy. All right, so I think he's dead straight on the 3 on the side, especially with kind of a masse. Yeah, like that exactly. It's getting shape on the 4 that's going to be tough. Good shot. All right, hey, listen, that works. Cutting that 4 ball. I like it. Top right, cutting the 4, goes 1, 2 rails and runs into the 9 ball. I want to see him with more right hand English on this. Yeah. All right, that's all right. No, good job, Dylan. Good job. Well done. Again, this is turned into a run out rack opportunity, which would get him to 3-3, which would be amazing. All right, boy. Shape on 6 is a big deal right now. Oh, ouch. Yeah, that hurts. Skim off of the 6 ball and try and get under the 9. That's all I can really see here. Okay, that's good. That's good. I like that. No, that's a legitimate idea. This is a tough shot on the 6. A lot at stake here. Oh, Neil, I like everything you did there, man. Uh, yeah, that was a great attempt. Had you made that, you got shape on the 7. Yeah, well done. All right, for Dylan, this is a big opportunity. If it's me, I'm thinking if I can get shape on the 8 ball, I'm out. So you want to make the 6, make the 7, figure out how to get shape on the 8, and you win the game. So top left here, good. Yeah, shape on the eight's a big deal here because if you can pocket that eight, you basically are guaranteed shape on the nine, and you're out. Nice shot, Dylan. Well done. Good shot on the nine. All right, this 10 ball's big, and he left himself on the 50-yard line. I know I keep mentioning practices. Sorry, practice is huge. You should practice this shot at home. It's if you have a table at home. If you don't, have a life goal of having a table at home. Of pool's important to you. This shot's huge. This comes up so often because the 10 ball position is often right there off of a magic rack break, and often you're trying to get better shape than that, but you don't. This is how you end up. Definitely should be practicing this shot. So Dylan's hesitating because that guy's in his way. Because the first thing Dylan knows to do is go stand where that guy is and double check your angle. And he's trying not to shark that guy. That's what I'm assuming is happening right now. Oh, he's going the other way. Oh, that's what I want to see. What he's doing right now is what I want to see, guys. That's what I want to see, especially as my son. That's what I want to see him do. Great shot, Dylan. Great shot, Dylan. Yeah, again, I hope you guys are, that's so huge. When going over there and checking that angle, if you take this shot at 2-3, it's crazy important, and you don't take a minute to go over there and check the angle, I'm disappointed in you. Well done. Well done, Dylan. And you guys watching this, everybody's watching this. I can't recommend that enough. If you don't go double check that angle, you're crazy. All right, breaking from the middle of the table. This is Neil's break because Dylan miscued last time not to rub it in. 3-3 race to 6. This is huge. Yep, all these games are big. All right. Neil on the 1-9 combo. Good shot. And he's got shape on the one ball, so that's decent. Well done. They're halfway through this set. And this is big. They're both still on the winner side, and they'd really like to maintain staying on the winner side. Good shot, Neil. Yeah, this is a little tough. So I would want to use almost extreme top to avoid hitting that 7 ball at all costs because that 3 ball is over there just below the 10. Yeah. Oh, hey, listen, that worked out, man. He got a good bump off of the 7 ball. Nothing wrong with a little positive, I hate to say luck, but that went his way. Very good. That 5 ball is a nightmare. The 5 ball is stuck between the 7 and the 8. Nobody likes it. So yeah, this game may come to a standstill here in a second. I know if it's me, I will not be pocketing the 4 ball. Oh, for the scratch. So he's on 1. Yeah. This is hard to know what to do. I definitely want to figure out how to 3 foul him. I'd ride the 10, but it's ugly. It's not a good ride. Yeah, all right. I think he is looking at pocketing the 4 and breaking out the 5. I don't really recommend that. I think I would super duper thin cut the 4 ball towards the side pocket and try and go 1 rail. This isn't awful either. Boy, I'm not gonna pocket the 4 and go for the breakout. I'm just not. I don't see it paying off. Also, you could end up hitting that 8 ball and sticking to the 8 and breaking out the 5 and having no shot. Yeah, I kinda like what Dylan's doing here. I would go through for 3 foul, but, uh oh, nice try. Yep, I like what Dylan did. If I'm Neil, I'm calling that 10 ball all day, using some top left and clipping the 4 ball with top left, and trying to make the 8 or the 9 ball, excuse me. There's no sense trying to do anything else. This is a free shot at the win. No reason not to take it. Yeah, race to 6. This could get him to 4-3. 2 games away from the win. This is a big shot, you guys. I really like how he takes his time. Both these guys take their time. I would not call either player slow. I would say they're careful. And listen, you're in a big tournament. Careful's the way you want to be. That's all right. Good try, man. I would stop shot that 4 ball and take it 3 rails to land where the 6 is right now and try and get a hook. What I know that I wouldn't do is make the 4 ball. I also wouldn't, if this was a ring game, I would say cross bank the 4 ball 2 rails into the 10. But it's not a ring game, and the problem with doing that is you're probably going to miss it, and you're probably going to leave your opponent a shot at the 4-10 combo. Uh, so it's just not smart. But yeah, if this is a ring game, I cross that 4 ball 2 rails into the 10. All right, that's what he tried to do. And then, like I say, here's the problem is that one, that was a very low percentage shot. Uh and he left the 4 by the 10. Now, God forbid the 4 was closer to the 10 and the cue ball ended up on the kind of the opposite of where it is and left him an easy shot. God forbid. But even this is a problem because with bottom left-hand English, this 10 is not that hard to make. Yep. Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. All right. 4-3. It's been a great match so far. Both players playing great, playing a little above their speed. Fargo wise, both of them. Yeah, they should both be really proud of how they're doing. Nice break by Dylan. Excuse me, by Neil. Excuse me. 3, 6, 9, 10. All right, so nothing went. Neil's had one good break so far, and the other's not so great. I think he's moved the cue ball a little bit every time. All right, Dylan has an opportunity to make the 1, and I believe get shape on the 2. Good shot. Well done. Held that cue ball beautifully. Mm. All right, so problem with bumping that 9 ball is it just changed the run out rack. I don't think it's run outable now. Nice shot. Oh, perfect shape on the 4, man. Good shot, Dylan. Boy, that worked out beautifully. Um, Pocket that 4 and go back and forth. Leave yourself on the 5. Again, we ended up with a problem now with the 9-10. I'm not sure what the long-term plan is, but I would keep running balls if I were him. Okay, almost had the breakout there. And that is the problem with going with the breakout sometimes is it leads to not mistakes, but had he not been trying to break that out, I think he'd have shape on the 5 ball right now. But I understand why he was trying to break him out, and it was a good effort. He's going 1 rail into the 5. Well, he hit it, and that's great. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, we got some separation on the 9 ball and left his opponent tough on the 5. That's me. I'll be for the best. All right. I would clip this 5 ball into the 8 and bring the cue ball back up table. Trying to use the 10 and the 8 as blocker balls while also making sure I don't scratch. So just a thin cut to the right-hand side of the 5 ball. Yeah, but thinner. Yeah, he hit that pretty thick. I wonder if he was trying to hit it thinner and just didn't. He has left Dylan an opportunity to make the 5 was for natural shape on the 6 and get through the 7, 8. Again, the 9 is tough. I don't know what the plan is for the 9-ball, but I would still attempt to figure it out. Previously, I was talking about basically missing on purpose because I didn't like it. I would continue running with this and just try and figure it out when I got there. Nice. All right. This 7, he's pretty straight on it. But it's definitely, listen, I hate to make him sound like this is the hardest shot in the world. It's just that these are missable shots. It's easy to rattle this. We'll see what happens. Perfect. So from here, I don't know. If it's me planned, I use a bunch of bottom left and try and get that cue ball about where it is now, and I play a safety. But boy, whatever you do, don't make the 8 and hook yourself on the 9. All right, I don't know if he can see the 9-ball right now. If there's any chance of cross banking this 9, then that would be the shot. Hitting it at the speed, and this is tough, at the speed where if you miss it, it ends up on the bottom of the right-hand short rail. The middle of the right-hand short rail. And bringing that cue ball back up. This is tough. I believe this is top left-hand English. Okay. Did he get a hook? He get a hook? Oh, he got a hook. Now, some people will wave "I'm sorry" to their opponent. I believe in jumping for joy because I'm not a liar. So that's my philosophy about that. If you wave sorry to this guy, you're a liar. Sorry to be so blunt, but you ain't sorry. You're thrilled. Be thrilled. It's okay. Give yourself permission to be happy. I like getting lucky. You don't like getting lucky? You're crazy. You should love getting lucky. All right, that's my philosophy. All right, I assume he's calling the 9-ball to the top right-hand corner pocket, going one rail. I like his odds for hitting this. Obviously, pocketing it, not so much, but I especially how careful this guy shoots. Oh, good try. Good try. Again, when you take your time like that and put 100% effort into it, you can't be mad at yourself when it doesn't work out. He gave himself every odds of pocketing, of hitting that ball. Yeah, so well done, Neil. All right, Dylan, I would expect him to hit into the side pocket. I would like to see him run into the rail and bounce off the rail about 3 inches coming into the 10 ball. Not basically the opposite of crossing the tee. And that's a little difficult on this because of the angle. So if he doesn't quite do that, it's okay. At the end of this, you'd want to be dead straight on the 10 ball. Perfect. That's what I'm talking about. That was perfect. Yep. You see how that cue ball was bouncing directly towards the 10 ball? That is the opposite of crossing the tee. Well done, Dylan. 4-4. This is a great match. These guys should both be very proud of themselves. They are playing to the best of their ability. They are both on the come up, Fargo wise. Yeah, great shooting from both of these guys. Anyone in the chat know where Neil is from? What part of Oregon he's from? In a perfect world, he'd be from Malala, and he and Dylan could start playing 2 times a week at Dylan's house. I'm dead serious. The best thing these guys could do would be to exchange contact information and start getting together and playing. They both seem like nice guys. They're getting along good. Yeah, they have very similar styles. I find their styles to be very similar. Both understand the importance of being careful. All right, that's where he broke from. That's been his most successful break. Oh, it didn't work out. I think Dylan can make this one ball. And if he uses left-hand English to make it, which he kind of needs to, that might help him get shape on this 2 ball. That 10 is so close to the side pocket that you do not want to give your opponent ball in hand. I know that's not an option right now. I'm just saying that this is a rack where the last thing you want to do is accidentally scratch, because it may result in a very easy ride. Dylan was a little tree-topped on this 1 ball. I can understand why he missed it, and the 4 was in the way, and, you know, that was a relatively difficult shot. Neil, I like Neil's odds of making this 1 ball. Getting shape on the 2 is gonna be difficult. Oh, look at this, guys. This is what I was talking about. That 10 ball close to the side pocket. Yep, this is a big opportunity right now. This is huge. I like Neil's odds of making it. Yep. Oh my gosh. Wow. Oh, that 10 ball could not have been any closer to going, and that would have put him on the hill. Oh, that's scary. Seriously, that is frightening. That's like Halloween haunted house right there. Yeah. If I'm Dylan, I almost want a bathroom break right now. All right, he's banking this 2 ball. Good effort, good try. All right, Neil has the 2-3, I believe, combination here. And if he makes this, I think that 2 sits by the side pocket, and he's got a good opportunity to run out. Okay. Yeah, he's got an opportunity to run out. If he's dead straight, then I guess he's got to get short side on this 4 ball, which adds a lot of difficulty to this next shot. Yep. Yep. Listen, that was a tough one. If it's me, I bank that 4 ball over to the 10 ball using left-hand English to bring that cue ball around for the pretty natural hook. I think he's doing what I'm saying, except without the left-hand English. Yeah, Neil, I like my shot a lot better. Neil, when you watch this later, I believe you're gonna like my shot a lot better too. Yeah. An extreme cut bank to the 10 ball with left-hand English on the cue ball. You almost were guaranteed to get a hook. All right, if this 4 ball goes, it's big. Oh yeah, well, brutal. All right, so he almost should have committed to the safety on that. I think he was trying to do 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, kind of trying to do it both ways. And I could be wrong. Yeah, either way, he did not get the hook. Trying for the 4 ball in the top right-hand corner. This is a big shot. If he makes this, he's probably running out. Oy. Okay, so also he did not get the shape on the 5 ball that he wanted. Dylan, opportunity to get on the hill right here. This is huge. Yeah. Again, to talk about practice, this layout right here would be a layout to set out on your home table, or if you go to practice somewhere and try and get out every time. I would have liked to see him hit that quite a bit harder and get that cue ball to the middle of the table on the left-hand side so that he's got natural shape on the 6. Because now he's got to come around 2 rails, at least 1 rail, and I almost think maybe extreme bottom left to make it 2 rails. We'll see what he does. Let's watch the action. I would almost like to see him do this like that with bottom left. I hate drawing on the screen. Doesn't that look like a toddler just drew that? That's why I hate drawing on the screen, you guys. If you can't make straight lines, you shouldn't draw on the screen. And I don't know how to make straight lines. There's probably a way to do it. Yeah, God, I hate the way that looks. Almost better to do hit there, and then land here. And again, that still looks like a toddler drew on the screen. Oy. Yeah, that's why I like going the way I was talking about better. Because that way you can't hit the 8 that fouls up everything. God, I almost like the safety here. Banking the 6 up straight up the middle of the table and putting the cue ball underneath the 7. But you're probably better off just cutting the 7 in or the 6 in, because if you cut the 6 in and you make it, you win. All right, left kneel the shot on the 6 in the side, and if he makes this, he's getting on the hill. It's a big shot. Oy. Yeah, that was, as I said, that was a big shot. This is a 10 out of 10 run out. I would want to get out on this 10 out of 10 times, and I'm sure Dylan will. That will get him on the hill. This is a big opportunity for Dylan, just a huge opportunity. I love how he's taking his time here. That is so important. The last thing I want to see in a situation like this is somebody run up and just start shooting before they think about it. Yeah, good for him. Good shot. Good shot. Yep, drawing into shape is my least favorite thing to do, but on that shot, that was the correct way to go. And he did really great at controlling the cue ball too. I love what he's doing right now. If you're at home watching that, seriously, if you don't take the time to do something like that before a big shot like this, I don't know what to tell you, man. You sure should. Good shot, Dylan Deichman. Dylan on the hill. Yeah, well done. What a great set for both of these guys so far. No matter what happens, both of these guys should be really proud of how they played. They are playing above their skill level. Seriously, they should both be really proud. All right, good break. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let me see. 3, 6, 9. Yeah, so he made one on the break. He's got shape on the 2 ball. Okay. Side note, I got chickens laying eggs. Good for them. Oh, yeah. Unfortunate miss. Oh, I think he corner hooked him. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is corner hooked. Okay, I like this. Okay, so he's going off the point into the 1 ball. This is a great shot to practice. I say practice a lot. I can't help it. It's a great shot to practice. All right. Hey, good attempt though, Neil. Yeah, well done. This is a tough rack. That 2 ball is hidden. Dylan's got ball in hand with no opportunity really to get him on 2 fouls right now, where I know he'd be working on getting him on the 3 foul. Okay. Um, I'm gonna assume the 2 ball goes. All right, that was a good hit. Oh, good effort. Why not? Tried to make that 10 ball combo. Might as well. Could have won you the set. Yeah, I can respect that. All right, this is a run out opportunity here. The 6 is tough, so that makes it a little touchier, but still, I like his odds here. All right, we'll see what he does with the 6. Yeah, what is he going to do with this 6 ball? That is the question. Okay, so he's going to 6-7 combo. Oh, can you check the cheerleading? Am I free February 7th? Just one day. Sorry, I'm having my wife check my tournament schedule as I commentate. Welcome to real life. Perfect. All right. Okay. Boy, this is huge. This is a long green shot that Dell needs to hit dead center with a tiny bit of draw, or at least kill for shape on the 7. I like how he's taking his time. That's my boy. Yeah, this is important. Big shot here, guys. Oh, nice. Well struck. So he was able to put a little bit of top on there. All right. Yeah, if he can draw where his cue is right now, really either way, he could draw the cue ball where it is now or to up that upper side pocket, and I think he's got a shot. This is huge. Oh, he was able to use top. Wow, he's got a nice stroke, doesn't he? That's a great stroke, Dylan. Well done. All right, this is big. In my mind, what I'm thinking is if I pocket the 9 ball, I win. Just pretend that 10 ball is not even there. Yeah, I like that he's taking his time. Good job. It's an important shot. Good shot, Dylan. Well done. Boy, take your time on this one. Oh, it's a big shot, you guys. Oh, well done, Dylan Deichman. Well done. That was a great shot. Great shot. Seriously. Great.